Now I'm going to show you my mobile app screens and how I actually use grids and grid systems on mobile apps. So this is an iOS app I'm working right now. It is a smart sofa app and it is in German actually. So if you look at this one, you can barely see that it is using any kind of guides or grids or grid system. So if I turn on my grids, you can see now that I'm using actually 4 columns, and on both sides I'm using 16 pixels or 16 points on both sides. So they are actually my margins on both sides. They are actually my margins. No content which is tappable is actually in this space. So you can see this top bar, information bar, it just has information. It doesn't need to tap or click on or tap on it. Now, if you look closely, you can see that these 2 columns have actually this right aligned, this status bar, the battery of sofa, this connection and everything. This is sofa name or title. Then I'm using all the 4 columns to show this sofa image. So image is actually in the middle 2 columns, and these 2 are actually touching the left and right of these outer columns. Now, if you look at this button, so I extended it to 4 columns because we had just 3 buttons. We don't need to, create a lot of complex, grid system over here. Okay. So if I had like maybe 6 buttons over here or 6 options or maybe 4 options, then I might convert them into some boxes, some 4 rectangles, and use these 2 columns for each rectangle. Something like this. Okay, so maybe I might have used 1, 2, 3 and 4 buttons like that. So you get the idea. Okay, so whenever you are using these grids or grid system, don't try to bound yourself that I need to use just 1 column or 2 columns. You can just imagine you can say unimaginable number of different combinations. So you can use 3 columns, you can use 2 columns, you can use all 4 columns. So that is up to you. Okay. So similarly, you can see this text icon over here at the bottom. It is actually using just the 1.5 width of these columns. So if I hide them, you can see a lot of white spaces on the right side. Okay. So one more thing you might have noticed over here at the bottom, you can see, although these are 4 columns and they are mathematically aligned, but my icons, tab icons at the bottom, they are not aligned to these. Why is that? You might have seen my previous lecture, which is that using your optical designer sense. So what I mean is that you need to balance them using your eyes. Some of the icons are bigger and heavier than others. So if I remove this grid, you can see they will look just rightly spaced. So the space is not looking odd between them because they have different length of text. They have different icon sizes. So I had to, arrange them optically rather than using calculations. So this is another tip. Okay, so if you come to this screen, let me show you. Here again, I am using the same grid. You can see the content is inside these 4 columns, but I have extended the video image to my borders. Why is that? Because there is no need or no need to care for the tappable section is in the middle. So I don't need to worry about it. So I use the full width of my mobile screen to use the image for these videos. So you need to be creative. You can extend your backgrounds. Sometimes you can extend them. Sometimes you condense them. Like here, I'm using 16 pixels on both sides. Here I am using 16 pixels on this. Just the content, the backgrounds and images are all extended in the background. Okay. Okay. So that is all, I think. Let me show you something else. Let's go to these portrait. Okay, so let me see if I have grid layout over here. Okay, so here we have the grid layout and it is different from the previous one. I'm using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 actually 7 grids over here, 7 columns. And you can see here I am using 7 columns. Gutter width between them, space between all these columns is 20, and column width is 83, and on both sides I am using 33 points of space. So this is how I built this grid. You can see this is not based on any grid system. I created this, you can say this is my custom grid, and it is based on my content. So you can see here we have different, let me show you. Here we have different controls. So you can see I am actually using this middle section 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually I'm using all 7, but I have, you can say, shifted my content inside these. So most of the content, most of the controls are closer to each other. This is actually for usability purposes. I don't want them to be, too separate. Okay, so here you can see rather than aligning these arrows to corners, because we had a thumb and it is a big device, it is basically a tablet, so, or iPad, so I don't want it to be, touching this. So I want the user to tap it instantly. So I just move them away like 10 or 16 pixels from this. So still they are inside these columns, both these columns. This is information. I can align it at the max left and right side. No need to worry about that. Again, you can see here in the middle, these let me zoom in. So you can see at the bottom, they are again aligned, not with the grids, but my optical alignment. So you can be creative with grids. You can create a lot of great interfaces with them. Don't try to, limit yourself that I just want to, use this built-in grid or maybe some prefixed grid. Don't try to fix yourself. Now let me show you a glance of what actually is in grid system library, which I actually showed you. You should download that. Adobe XD, we have Android grid, we have Bootstrap 4 grid, iOS grid. Then in Figma, we have same 3 Figma files. Illustrator, we have Android 6 column, 12 column grids. If you use Photoshop, we have Bootstrap, and we have different Bootstrap grids: tablet, mobile, desktop, HD. Desktop HD is the biggest one. iOS grid 6 column, 12 columns. It's up to you which one you want to use. Also in Sketch, we have different sketch files. So let me open up a Figma Bootstrap, Android Bootstrap, Android grid. So let's open this file and let's see what we have in it. So we have mobile view, tablet view, 7" to 7". Then we have bigger tablet, 9". 6 columns and 12 columns, and also two different layouts, 6 columns and 12 columns. I would always go for 6 columns, but if your content is too complex and too heavy, you can use this 12 columns. It's up to you. So again, if we zoom in, you can see here we have different column width. So column is 38 pixels, 10 pixels is the gutter. Offset is actually the margin on both sides. It is 17. So I really appreciate whoever made this grid system. I think this is really needed. A lot of developers and designers, they don't know how to, create these. So it is pre-made. You can use them in any design application. I hope you have enjoyed this lesson. I will include the link to download these. And if you have any questions or any queries regarding using grids, I included it in the advanced section because I think it needs a lot of explaining. And I have seen a lot of developers and designers mostly using them in a very wrong sense, because they don't know how the coder is going to code it. So try to use them and try to create great interfaces. If you have any questions, do ask me. See you soon in another lesson.